Men who like to keep their morning routines simple will love these multi-for-him gummies, specially formulated with 12 key nutrients designed to support men's daily nutritional needs. Nature-made multi-for-him gummies help support muscle and bone health. It improves your immune health, and it increases your energy metabolism. With the quality you can trust, nature-made multi-for-him gummies have no artificial flavors, no synthetic dyes, no high fructose corn syrup, no artificial sweeteners, and is gluten-free. Pharmacists around the world have recommended Nature Made to be the #1 vitamin and supplement brand. So when you need something that's going to help you get you through the day, when you need something that's going to increase your energy to help you get you through that workout, to make you perform as an elite athlete at the top of your ability, try Nature Made Multi-for-Him gummies, because you don't want to stop.
To the 12th round.
Welcome to the Terror Dome. You should be heading home, cause you could bring all of your ninjas in the Technodrome. I rip right through your flesh and bone and mental capacity. Flood your mind with atrocities and copious tragedies. This dark Sabbath is a lesson in street. The whole church of the ghetto feel the words when I preach. Amen. Let the Lord say a prayer for they don't end up in front of someone banging their trigger. Living life like a war pig. Fuck the law, I'm getting mine. Let the others figure what the cost is. Purchasing the fortress on gorgeous acres enormous. Car park full of foreigners and women just waiting on us. We living the dream. Y'all living like hell is earthbound. We are not the same. You've been a lame since birth, pal. I don't feel sorry. I recommend they go dirt bound. Doggy dog world, and you've been looking like Chuck Brown.
Well, beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. I am your humble host, Brown Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. First of all, if you see this man in a dark alley, run for your life. He will beat you up and throw you in a trash can. He is the green-eyed bandit. He fights people. Sometimes he fights people. He's your mama's favorite wrestler, and he can whoop your daddy ass, the one and only Roosevelt, the fighter. What's happening?
Yo, what up, B? Hey, man, we are back home. We had an amazing time over the weekend. It's been a crazy moment from top to bottom. I made this guy damn near pass out from the workout. I don't know why.
So why you gotta tell fables?
Huh?
You gotta tell fibs in school. Why you lying?
I'm just saying. He was.
I was trying to get my limbs together, but bro, I got extra weight on me, and he worked me like a slave. You know what I'm saying? But I did lose some jaw meat. I lost some jaw meat.
You look good. You look good and plenty over there, brother.
You know, I appreciate it. I feel rejuvenated just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to keep it up, man, from them insane ass workouts you be doing. But look, Roosevelt, I'm so excited. We got royalty in the house. Please do the due diligence and introduce our esteemed guest.
Yes. Now, we say every week that I'm the guy that you don't want to meet in the back alley, but you don't want to meet this dude in the daylight, okay? You don't want to come across this man in any type of disrespect because it ain't going to work out well for you, your mama, your daddy, your grandparents, your ancestors. He might hit you so hard, Harriet Tubman going to say, leave that man be, okay? He is one of the baddest guys in professional wrestling. And I don't mean that lightly. I mean that seriously. Like if you see this man in the ring, you would know that it's game time. It's go time every time he steps in the ring. He's had opportunities with MLW, Ring of Honor. He's one of the baddest bad kaijus, okay, in the land. He is the big bad kaiju. Ladies and gentlemen,
man.
welcome.
What up? What up,
O'Shea.
boys? Yo, what up, fellas? Man, I appreciate you having me, man. This is a lot of fun, man. I've been real hyped for this.
Yo,
Oh
we
man.
appreciate you being here, man, for real.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's always humbling to get like invitations to do these things, man. I my take on wrestling's real like sometimes skewed a little bit. So like, but I nerd out for this stuff all the time, man. So anytime I get to be around like-minded individuals, I'm like, yo, it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, man. We like skewed views. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Absolutely, man. Well, let's go ahead and keep this thing going. When I first came on, I was like, yeah, I knew you were royalty, man. So I don't know whether to bow. I don't know whether to say, just get on my knees.
Man, I tell people, Tom, man, hey, just give me good, just dap me up one time, like we're good. That's all I need. That's all I
Yeah.
need.
Oh, Shane, pull my head. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Straight
dap
up.
me up.
Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I asked this question to everyone that comes on the show. It's always different every time. But I want to get some insight to O'Shea Edwards. So, O'Shea, when did you fall in love with wrestling?
Oh boy, it's been a love hate relationship for a while. I first found wrestling when I was like 8 years old. I found it in New York, watching the old it was like MSN or something like that, but it's like old main events on Saturday night. So I'll watch those. I'm originally from New York, but I lived in Georgia with my mom, like when I went to school. So like there was no WWF in Atlanta at the time. That's how old I am. It was just WCW. Like that was it. And that's all you're gonna get. Georgia's, way it was. So it's like, hey, you ain't gonna watch that crap in my house. Like, yes, ma'am, no problems, whatever. But when I went to New York though, I'll be watching that wrestling as much as I could. Um, and it throughout the years, like I just kind of, I kind of fell out of it for a little bit. But it wasn't until like I finally got into it, like I started wrestling for real, where I started to become a little bit more than a fan. I've always loved wrestling. I love the creativity of wrestling. I love how beautiful it can be. It can also be very ugly as well. But when it's done correctly, and when I say correctly, I use that term very subjectively. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you said you were kind of restricted from watching wrestling. Did you grow up in like a Christian household? Was it like
Yeah.
certain? Okay.
So, yeah. So I come from a family of preachers.
Okay.
So my grandfather was a preacher. One of my uncles is a preacher. My family, on my mother's side of my family, they're very religious. Not to the point where they're just like by the book, but they're deeply spiritual side of my family. Always respect that, and I always always have that. I kind of went my own way. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. Just let me do me. You just assume you taught me well enough where I won't tread in your name. Will be fine. But it's still a deep part of who I am and all that good stuff. As an adult, I'm just like, that was stupid. It was whatever. But back then I was like, yo, man, I ain't got time for this, man. What are we doing? It's Sunday, football's on. Why are we still here?
All right. Do you feel called to the altar since most of your family is already behind the pulpit?
Uh, no, no.
No.
Um, because of how I grew up in the church, I've seen the ugly side of church,
Mm.
and I'm like, I don't want no part of that. But it is one of the reasons why I'm pretty good in front of a camera, in front of a microphone. Like I have very good public speaking skills. I come from a family of literally public speakers, so like it's nothing for me.
What was your transition like from New York to Georgia? And what part of New York were you from?
I was born in Mount Vernon. Mount
Okay.
Vernon. Money
Okay.
money making Mount Vernon.
Money
Uh,
making Mount Vernon.
Money
Yeah.
making Mount Vernon. Hometown. I can say this with a fact. Hometown of Denzel Washington. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just
just
saying.
dropping facts. You know
I'm
what I'm
just
saying?
saying. Mount Vernon produces hits. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, I'm just saying, boys. I'm just saying. I lived there till like 4 or 5 years old. And then mom and my pop split up. My dad stayed in New York. My mom went to Georgia, and so I just kind of, went down there. Um, the really, honestly, it wasn't so much culturally. It was the music.
Mm.
Culture is the music. A lot of times now, if you make it, yo, you're everywhere. It's whatever. Man, there's a time, man, where like if you weren't Jay Z, Busta Rhymes, Biggie Smalls, or Nas, and you were coming out of New York, no one knew who you were because you just stayed in New York. Same thing with Georgia at the time, unless you was like Little John, Outkast, Ti, and Ludacris. Yo, who are you?
Right.
So every time I would come back to New York, I have all my CDs with me of just like Southern music and all that good stuff, and we would trade. So they gave me like, so I have all these Southern mixtapes. I was cool with some Texas boys, so I was getting chopped and screwed albums, and so guys would give me their mixtape from New York, and I bring it down and be like, yo, this is what happened, and this is what happened, and this is what happened, and like the clothes, I quickly picked up a Southern accent, which I was not thrilled about, but it happens. Um, the food is also another thing. Like I'm a pizza snob. I'm a pizza
Mm-hmm.
snob. If you
Mm-hmm.
and I like New York style pizza. I want that son bitch hot. I want you to bend it. I want to see grease at the corner. I want to see a little bit of flop, but not much. Anything
Exactly.
more than that, you being too cute. I ain't trying to hear all that. Like I like Papa John's. I'm like, I'm you nasty. I'm judging you immediately.
You know what? Maybe I'll be the villain real quick, but maybe I'm partial to this. I'm not a fan of New York pizza, and
You
I've
know what?
had New
That's
York
cool.
pizza in New
You gotta
York.
you gotta get off the podcast. You have to go.
Well,
No,
just
no, no.
because
Here's
y'all
the
do from
thing.
New York,
Here's the
that's how New York people do. They come and they try to take over stuff.
no, no, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason why you don't like New York pizza because you've never had legitimate New York
New York
pizza.
pizza.
You've had someone's take on New York pizza, but I bet $500 that dude never been to New York, let alone know how to spell it. So I'm like, he didn't do you right. You want to go to Get Slice, you go someplace, not even in the city, man. You go like to Brooklyn or whatever.
Mhm.
You want to find a place that's no bigger than a phone booth. You walk inside. The dude at the register probably is the dude who speaks the best English out of everybody back there.
Mhm.
You go
Uh-huh.
back in the day, which is a thing now. You get your homie. I would get 2 slices of pepperoni and a Pepsi for like $6
That's
and
it.
keep it in a brown paper bag and keep it moving.
In a brown paper bag with the
Brown
with
paper
the with the
bag,
white
boss.
little see-through transparent paper just dripping grease in the
Homie,
paper
it was
plate.
just slice on a piece of wax paper, paper plate, put it in a bag.
That's it.
Slice, wax paper, paper plate, put it in a bag, fold it up. Here you go, get out. Next.
And look, and if they don't have boxers on the wall, if they don't have pictures of boxers on the wall, you're in the wrong
Go.
place. Oh,
Yeah, you're wrong
sleep.
place. You're in the
You're in
wrong
the
You're
place.
wrong place. Okay, see,
You're in the wrong
I
place.
was in the wrong place. I ain't even know. You
Yeah,
know,
and
so it
that's
was
what
all
that's
Imagine
what
clean
you
on
we
the
went
do.
somewhere where
inside.
they had you went somewhere where they had a mural of New York on there. No, we don't do that. We got
That's when
Okay.
people that's when people say like, "Oh, I don't like New York pizza." I'm like, "That's because you've never had authentic New York pizza before."
Mhm.
Because once you have it, like you won't want anything else. Like, don't get me wrong, I try all types of pizza, but I will always go back to authentic, hole in the wall, mom and pop pizza place in New York. Near my dad's house, there's one, and it's nothing but Italians up in there, and I love it. I'm going to see him for his birthday, May the 10th. We're leaving early just so we can get by his house by 10. I mean, by lunch, so that we can go to the pizza shop and eat before we go to dinner that night.
Exactly.
Oh man,
Exactly.
that's New York. That's a New Yorker for you right there. All right, so real quick, since we're
Yeah.
talking about food, man, what's your take on chopped cheese? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause preferably, I like steak
Honestly,
and cheese. Yeah,
honestly, I haven't had one. I haven't had
really?
one. I haven't.
Okay.
Now, my boy Jared Diaz swears by him. Big ups Jared
Mm,
Diaz. The franchise, love that dude. He swears by him. And here's the thing: I've seen like the little TikToks and everything. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm like, yo, I would give it a try. I would
yeah,
give it a try. I would have to. It looks too good.
yeah, you got to, man. You a New Yorker, man.
Mhm.
Oh man. So growing up in Georgia and going back to New York, and you said that you exchanged music with some of your friends. They didn't clown you for bringing Southern music to New York
Oh,
City
they didn't like
because
it at all. They didn't like it at all. Like, yo, what is this? What is this? What is this trash that you brought up here? Now there was a few things people got into. They thought Pastor Droid. They love vice versa. They love that song.
favorite songs of all time.
And I'm like, okay, this is it. Like, this is what you like, yo. Oh man. They love David Banner. I was giving them old Ti, like Ti mixtapes, and they were digging it. Back when you go to the flea market and just pick them up for like $5.
Uh-huh.
I would tell my boys I'm going to New York to meet. He was like, yo, I give him $20. No, actually, I'm sorry. He was like, I would buy his own one for me. Then he would just give me. He's like, yo, here, if you don't mind, like just how much you want, like, just spread them out. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. No big deal.
Mhm.
And that was it. Yeah, some of it they didn't like. I can understand it. I'm like, yeah, some of this is kind of stupid.
Yeah,
But I
New
was
Yorkers are
always,
very harsh when it comes to things that they like music and
yeah,
food.
yeah. You
Yeah.
got you got to hit them just right. You got to hit them just right.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been a big New York music head, like hip hop head. I've always been. That's always been my first love. I no, with no offense to some of the greatest Southern MCs, especially like Outkast. I think New York has some of the best storytellers. When I want my hip hop, like I want storytellers. And so like I go back listen to old Biggie, like old Jay Z, old Nas, like old Busta Rhymes, like old Mob Deep. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
like I go
DMX.
back to that stuff all the time,
Oh.
man, because the beats were just bananas back then,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just something I was getting more than just like this heavy bass I was gonna feel in the middle of my chest. There's gonna be some substance to it too, and I'm like, yo, this is why I dig this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of New York rappers and everything, which New York rapper do you think would have made the best wrestler?
Busta Rhymes.
I can see that. Hell yeah.
Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands down. Like Busta Rhymes. Busta stop right there. It's Busta Rhymes.
He had the size, he had the gift of gab, you know what I'm saying, the
Yo, there was a time that dude
personality.
got yoked out of his mind. And I'm like, yo, Busta Rhymes is huge. That dude's like, he's like 6'5". Like Busta Rhymes is not a small man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big old dude.
So when did you start wrestling? When did you start your training?
Oh, I got to start training at 30. I got to start training at 30, man. I got in the game late. But before then, man, I was already professional. Like I already been around the world once already before I even stepped into a wrestling ring. I was a firefighter before I did all this. So like, in like the first part of my career, I was doing both. I was exhausted, but like I was doing both when I could, when the schedule will permit for me to do it. Um, I got hooked up with Johnny Swinger. I love that dude, man. I need to call him.
Yeah.
He was my very first trainer. He was training out of Kennesaw, Georgia at the time. I was learning to wrestle in a boxing ring. Oof. I'm broke suck, brother. Ooh, mercy. Running them ropes. Oh man, let me tell you. But he was the first time he saw me run. He was like, "Hey man, have you fought before?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Have you wrestled before? Like wrestled before?" Like, not really. He's like, well, you've done something because you have great feet. Like you know how to move. I'm like, well, I played college football. He goes, that's it. He goes, what
Yeah.
position? I was like, offensive line. He goes, yeah, there it is. He goes, okay. He goes, when a guy your size moves like that, he's like, that's pretty good. And it really took to like a duck in water, man. I mean, first 6 months I had it down. I'm like, cool. Like, what's up? Let's speed this thing up, man. I'm ready to go further. Then I got hooked up with Robert Gibson out of Douglasville, and he poof, them days when those hot ass days, where I just go in there in that little tin can of a warehouse and
Mm-hmm.
just go get it, and
Mm-hmm.
just go get it, man. Those were fun times. God, those were fun. Um, and then after that, 2019, I left Georgia. I moved to Maryland. I got hooked up with the Ring of Honor dojo. Kind of, I call it, the graduate course, as it were. And I
Mhm.
was last class out of there.
Nice, nice. Now, starting off kind of late, and I also start off kind of late too in terms of the wrestling business. and how they see things. How does that make you feel in terms of how far you've gotten and how much further you feel like you can go? And happy birthday, by the way. You just turned 41.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn
So
41.
how do you
Turn
feel
41.
in terms like mentally, where you're at and where you feel like you can get to coming up in the future?
I wasn't gonna take no shit off nobody. I'm 30 years old. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man.
Right.
And at that point in time, I had 10 years of running into burning buildings. What are you going to tell me that's going to be so mind blowing? That's going to meet rework. Oh, I have to listen to this guy, homie. We dress up in funny costumes and we pretend to beat each other up. Dog, like this is silly what we do. You know this, right? Like as an adult, I can look at it for what it is. Like, yo, this is silly. Like you taking this so serious, my guy. And I'm like, for what? You ain't making no money off of this. If you was making $1 million, yeah, brother, you can take it seriously. I'm like, but homie, you making like $200 a week. But what you taking it so damn serious for, homie? Like this is chump change, it's whatever. Um, and because of that, people didn't want to deal with me. And I was okay with it because the way I took it was you don't want to deal with me because you know you can't take advantage of me. And
Mhm.
because you can't take advantage of me, you don't want to try and mess with you want to mess with some of these younger cats over here and get over on them. And I understand to an extent, man, you got to get along to get on, to go along to get on. I get it. I get it. But the way I've always seen it is wrestling is a business. And if you ain't making money, either you suck at business or you're a charity. I'm neither. Like I'm a business and business make money. And I understand you got to invest. I get all that. I was like, but I'm here to make money and I'm here to knowing that whatever I'm going to do, it's got to mean something because I started late. So I don't have time to fuck around. Like I got to get mine and get it now because my window of opportunity is closing. I tell people I'm like, yo, man, I'm a walk on in my senior year, homie. This is it. You know what I'm saying? This is my contract year. I got to get it now, or what are we doing?
Right.
Yeah.
I think you took a different approach from a lot of wrestlers just because you did come in late in the game. And when you come in young, you kind of deer in headlights and you're trying to figure out
Impressionable.
who you are as a person. And then on top of that, who you are as a character. You know what I'm saying? But you were already established as a person and you knew who you are. So that was a different take because you came in and like, I'm here for business. I'm
Right.
here to make money. You know what
But
I'm saying? And that's a different take.
and because of that too, I was already professional. Like once again, I fought fires for 10 years. I knew how to
Mhm.
talk to the public. I knew how to talk to my superior officers. I knew how to talk to anybody around me with mutual respect. So for me, I was already professional. I've met more unprofessional sons of bitches in the world of professional wrestling than I've met anywhere else. And it's mind-boggling because being a professional wrestler, the job description is in the name professional. And some people don't get it. Some people don't get it. And I root out unprofessional people all the time. And when I find out that people are unprofessional, I don't hoot, I don't holler, I don't make no post. Yo, I just distance myself away and I let kind of things is what they were. On top of that, too, coming in at 30, I knew how to shut the fuck up. I knew how to shut the fuck up. There were people doing more than me, farther than me, at a better clip than me. I can learn something from them. And if I'm talking, I can't listen. So I'm a shut up. I'm gonna let all these young kids talk about whatever, 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 and I'm gonna get everything I need right here. At the dojo, like it was like that all the time where I would just have these young kids and they just be like this. And I'm like, man, if y'all don't shut the hell up, yo, he's trying to teach us right now, man. This is Joey Mercury, and don't get me wrong. Joey Mercury is an absolute psychopath. He is, but he's an absolute genius when it comes to wrestling. Like, don't take life advice from him, but like, if he has something to say about wrestling, you may want to listen to this guy. He knows
Yeah.
what he's talking about, and and top of that, once again, I'm a professional, so I'm not. I don't take this stuff personally. I check my emotions at the door. Why am I going to bring them in here where they can get hurt? Like that's dumb. I check them at the door. I do what I got to do, and because guess what's waiting for me when I go out outside? All my emotions are going to be waiting for me right there, unharmed. I'll take them home. It's whatever. A lot of cats came in too emotional, and you could tell. I'm like, man, I can't wait for you to grow up because you might be something.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um,
I got one for you. How did your family feel when they knew that you were going into wrestling? What did they think about the whole thing?
My family's a bunch of jerks, and so and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm going to wrestle, and she just kind of looking and went, Yeah, that's right. She's like, yeah, I kind of see that coming. Like, yeah, that's fair. Okay, all right, and then she got to see me wrestle for the first time live, and she was like, "You are really good at this." Um, and then my dad got to. I think my very first WrestleMania was 2018 or 19 or something like that. I know it's like Atlantic. It's like Jersey. I know that it was Jersey. No, it was New York City. WrestleMania was in New York because Ring of Honor ran Madison Square Garden that year, and people were pissed off about that. But it was in Jersey, and my dad didn't tell me, but my dad showed up, and he got to see me do my first moonsault. I had no clue he was there. Um, I even have it on one of my old computers where you can see him in the corner popping, like, oh, he did it. And that was the first time where in wrestling I actually got emotional. Well, I
Mm.
did it backstage, Joe. I'm like, nah, I'm doing this backstage. Like, ain't doing this here. We'll do it
Y'all ain't
back
gonna see
here.
me cry.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see this. You ain't gonna see this. And one of my best homies, man, one of my best homies, Brett Eisen out of Chattanooga. He pulled me aside. He gave me a big hug. He goes, "Hey, man, no. You do this, like, this ain't for them. This is for you. You do this right here." And I just fucking boo-hooed, because
Mm.
he knew how much that meant to me.
Yeah.
So it sounds
Oh,
like you and your parents have like really strong relationships.
Yeah, that was the one thing my parents never did, at least in front of me. They never spoke negatively about one another. At least, like I said, once again, in front of me,
Mhm.
whatever. Like I said, my mom got remarried. My dad, I'm not remarried; they were never married. But my mom got married. My dad got married. I got three sisters on my dad's side. I got a brother and sister on my mom's side. You know, I tell people sometimes I chose the right parents because my mother's very creative. She's a baker. She used to play the violin. She used to write books, and then my dad's just an absolute brute. He played at Temple. He got picked up by Minnesota. Then he got hurt and it's like, this isn't for me. Went back to school, went to Fordham, got his teaching degree. He just retired from being a New York City teacher like three some odd years ago. I come from a family of athletes on my dad's side. My cousin's Chris Canty. He's a two-time Super Bowl champ. Like, we're everywhere. Like, so yeah, man, I chose right. I really chose right.
That's awesome, man. That's amazing.
what
Um,
would you do if one of your family members came up to you and say, "Hey, I want to get into the business"? What
I
would
would
you say
keep
to
it.
them?
I would keep it real with them. Yo, man, don't quit your day job. Don't
Mm.
don't quit your day job. And I don't say that to be mean or facetious. I say that because I love. Like, I tell you this because I love you. Do not quit your day job. Wrestling is not going to pay you like that. Wrestling don't pay me like that. And not saying that it can't, but I'm like, the amount of time, effort, money, sacrifice that you're gonna have to put into this, man, it's going to be unreal. And then it's still not going to be guaranteed to you. And if you don't love it, if you do not love wrestling, do not do this. You're going to be wasting your time, there's going to be some real long sleepless nights that you could have avoided if you just stayed away. Wrestling is for everybody, but it is not for everybody, and for a damn good reason. Um, and then at that point in time, I'm like, all right, cool. This is what you need to know. Wrestling is strictly aesthetic. Wrestling is not a mediocrity. If the world of professional wrestling was based on talent, this bitch would look like the NFL. Like, so get your mind right. Hey, be prepared to have to make a few sacrifices about your own self dignity. How much is it worth to you? Let's be real. We all have a price. It's not as much as you think. And if that check comes, you gonna take it? Because if you don't, that guy will, that guy will, that guy will, that guy will.
mhm.
Are you ready for that? Um, you gotta get ready, and then you gotta stay ready for an opportunity that may never come. Are you down to do that? And if at any point in time, anything I said make you kind of go, ugh, don't do it.
Mhm.
Don't do it. And I have to make them hate it. I would have to make them hate it, and they go, I still love it. I want to do it. But all right, cool. Now we can get to work. Because now you know what you're getting into. So now there's no false pretense. Oh, you never told me. Nah, brother. Imagine the worst. And if you still want to do it, all right, man. See me on Monday.
That's a hell of a way to train, man. That's
But at
like
least I
almost
know.
military.
But at
Like I'm
least I
gonna
know
make
you're
people hate
here.
it.
At least I know you're here for the right reason.
Right.
Right.
But
Right.
once again, like you think these boys are going to the NFL like putting their bodies through hell because it's a way to make a living? No, because they love it. You don't make it to the NFL and you don't love it. Why professional wrestling, while it's not, a sport to most people's, definition, but those guys in the WWE, you think they don't love it? Despite everything else, you think they don't love it. And if you think if they weren't in the WWE, they wouldn't still be wrestling, bet money. Let me show you how many cats get fired from that place and come right back to the indies and still do it because they
Mhm.
love it. If you don't love it, despite all that, Joe, don't do it. You waste my time and yours, and my time costs money, and you are not going to be happy.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, talk about some
Right.
of the factions that you're involved with now.
Say one more time.
Talk about some of the factions you're involved with now. You got one. You're part of Boomaye. And you
Yeah,
guys got the Kaiju thing going on. You, Joe Black, Trayvon Ali, which is a very huge thing. And let me tell you, I love seeing it because the meaning behind all of it with
yeah.
you, Tim, Joe, and Trey. Like I've been in the ring with everybody except you so far,
Working on
but
it. We're
I've been
working
in the
on
ring. I've been in the ring with every last one of those guys, and to see the strength behind it. You know what I'm
it.
saying? Talk about what it all means to you building something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Good question too. So we call ourselves the Pantheon. We call ourselves the Pantheon. Um, and to sit amongst the Pantheon is something that like you just don't get to sit up here. Everybody who sits up here with us has earned it in some shape, in some form or matter. If they've earned it, they've earned the right to sit with us. And those beads signify that right that you get to sit with us. But just because you got them doesn't mean that you get to keep them. Because at any point in time, I can always come to somebody and just pull your card. But yo, man, I don't think you're worthy to sit with us no more, man. I'm gonna find out. I'm going, and I'm gonna take you. And if I beat you, I'm taking your beads. They're mine now,
Mhm.
and I'll give them to somebody else who deserves to sit with us. Like I have an extra pair of beads. I just sit around, and people are, who are these for? And I'm like, I don't know. When I see them, I'll know. When I see them, I'll know. Um, it's those beads have been everywhere, and they continue to like be their own thing. Um, those beads have been world champion. Alex Kane has a pair. They are considered world champ. Like the Pantheon holds world champions. That's awesome. The beads have been overseas. They've been to Canada. They've been to Germany. They've been to England. And if I play my cards right, man, they'll be in Japan. I've earned my right to sit there. I've kind of earned my right. Joe is the Joe. We are all disciples of Joe Black. We're all disciples of Joe Black. Everything started with him. So like a lot of times we don't move unless we talk to Joe. Like I gotta talk to Joe. And lately Joe has bestowed that honor upon me, which means the Pantheon don't move unless I say so. And that's a great feeling. It's a responsibility to have because everyone's looking at me. And I know the minute that I slack off, the minute that like I'm off my game, somebody's gonna pull my card. Somebody's pulling my card. And I ain't having that, man. I work way too hard for that.
Right.
Yeah, I call it the black Ulafala. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the black version of the Ulafala. And I think that the aesthetic of having those beads, man, it's a very powerful symbol. And I'm proud of what you guys were able to build, man, because it is getting recognition in the wrestling world, man. So I want me some. Let me know what I got to do, who I got to take out.
Man, it
I'll take
took it,
somebody's knees out right now and give me the black
man, it
Ulafala.
took it took 8 years. This all started 8 years ago. It was like I think the first or second. It was about the second time I wrestled Joe, and he gave me his first set, man. And then, like I said, from there, man, it just turned into a thing. It's one of those things you don't really think about as people that associated with you until you see it everywhere else. And it wasn't until like people were like, "Yo, these beads are yours. Like these is for you." I'm just like, this is yeah, it's like this is your I'm like, okay. Okay. People ask, hey, where can I get these? Where can I get these? I'm like, you can buy your own. You can buy your own. I'm never gonna stop you. Like more power to the people. I was like, but if in terms of rules of wrestling, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So you'll see people who have a set of beads, and the first they will be asked, they'll call me and say, hey, O'Shea, so and so's records some beads. Did you or Joe give him some? No. Well,
Mhm.
he's wearing them, right? He can wear them when he wants to. I don't care. Those who know. Okay, it's like you cool with him, right? Yeah, I'm cool with him, man. Don't get no heat to that guy. Okay, click.
No, give him all the heat. What you mean? They would just wear the black hula follow if they wasn't bestowed upon you? Yeah.
But no, man. Once again, man, I get it, and I'm never once again. It'd be really hypocritical for me to go like, man, I hate gatekeeping, and then I end up gatekeeping some beads. Like,
Right.
have them, wear them. I don't care. I ain't the faster police. The beat police ain't gonna come and arrest you. I don't care. But like the one thing you won't do is like, oh yeah, O'Shea gave me this. No, the fuck he didn't. I know every single person I've given beats to, and I know I didn't give them to you.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. You want me to gatekeep for you? I'll be the gatekeeper. I
There
ain't
you
got no
go.
problem
There you
with
go.
it.
You gatekeep for me.
Give me your goddamn beats. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Uh, in your career, tell us who has been the toughest opponent you've ever had to step in the ring with.
Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee beat the shit out of me. Um, and I was just really starting to feel myself in terms of wrestling. I'm like, oh, I got this. And I had to meet somebody who was like, no, no, you don't. And he proved it. Proved it. Here's the thing: it wasn't like it. I watch it back now. I get mad. I'm like, this match is garbage. What are we doing here? I'm criticizing my whole self. Um, but I can easily remember how I felt afterwards, and it was, I'm going to see you again, and when I do, I'm going to be 300 times better than I once was. Than I am right now. And I got to see him maybe like a few months ago. And I was surprised he still remembered. He goes, yeah, I still remember you. It's like, hey, by the way, I need to thank you. So you beat the shit out of me that night, and I needed that to get my ass in gear.
Mhm.
And one day, I was like, one day, hopefully one day soon, I'm going to repay that favor. And he was like, I hope so.
Mhm. I had that moment. I don't know if you remember Scrapyard Dog.
I do. I do.
You
I
know,
do.
Scrap. I just started with Gouge in Raleigh with
Hmm.
Gronk, and I did something stupid the show before, and so Gronk told Scrap, get his ass.
Beat his ass. Beat his ass.
And we got in the ring, and before we went to the ring, Scrap was like, "I'll see you out there." I said, "All right, cool, no problem, not a problem." And we got there, and he went to town. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Damn.
just went to town, and whatever he gave me, I gave back.
Yeah.
Whenever he's all right, you better fight back. All right, boom, boom, boom. But man, and we got to the back, and he looked at me, and I walked up to him. I said, "Thank you for the match. I really appreciate it." He looked at me. He said, "You have my utmost respect." He
That's
said,
all it is,
"Any
really.
other man would have been in my head crying. They'd have left. They'd have grabbed their shit." He said, "You walked up, you shook my hand." He said, "When I see you again, get yours back."
Yeah.
And like maybe 4 years later, we got in the ring again. He said, "Remember the first time
It's
we
time.
met?"
It's
I said,
time.
"Yeah." He said, "Your turn." He said, "You
All right.
better give it to me." All right.
All right.
And I gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? And we
Yeah.
got to the back. He said, "This is why I knew when I beat your ass that time that you was the reason. You
Yes, I'll
was
see him again.
yeah,
I'll see him again.
yeah." And so I feel that. I feel that
Oh yeah.
100%. I feel that 100%.
Yeah, yeah, man. By far. Ever since that, Everything's been a breeze. It's been a breeze. Like, hey man, nah, you got nothing. Listen, unless your name is Trevor Lee, hey, I got this.
Well, just leading into that, man, and I think you already alluded to it, but I kind of just want to ask the question. But what's something that um, getting your ass whooped will teach you that winning cannot?
Just in general,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yo, I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. Somewhere there's one person who can whoop your ass. And if you ain't careful, that dude's a lot closer than you think. And ever since then, I respect everybody. The dude who's 5'6" and a buck 40, hey, that's the most dangerous man in the room. Yo, I'd rather bet all money on that dude than the guy who's like 7 foot nothing and 300 pounds. Like, no, I'll bet that guy right there.
Mm,
I feel
yeah,
that.
I can definitely see that.
You got some shows coming up pretty soon. And it's all leading to the really big thing that you got coming up. You have this show here,
Mm-hmm.
the ALW, you're the ALW heavyweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have this show right here with
Yes,
GCW,
sir.
May
Yes,
17th. Talk
sir.
about your preparation for these two shows coming up.
Uh, it's really everything's kind of been like training camp mode. Like I was telling Roosevelt earlier, man, I started the year like 284, 285, something like that. And now I'm like 266 is where I'm sitting at now. Um, Still benching 405 pounds. I'll still squat 4 plates. I'll still deadlift 4 plates. What walk in the park? It's no big deal. But it's about really trying to push myself to a point that I've never really done before. Because to do the things that like you've never done before, you got to be willing to put yourself through things that you've never done before. Um, and even still, you're still not guaranteed to be ready. You're just hoping you're preparing the right. You're just hoping you're prepared. And that's what all this has been, man. May's a huge month for me career wise, and I need to make sure that I'm firing on every single cylinder. I need to make sure that I'm looking at my very best at every single time, every single avenue, because this is for real. This is what I'm kind of hinging the past 11 years of wrestling on. The whole thing of hey man, it's not about just getting ready. It's about staying ready, and that's what all this has been about. Is me staying ready for the opportunity of when like the doors just been cracked open. Are you ready to kick that son of a bitch off the hinges? And I've been gearing up for this for a long time. So I hope this is it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Um, this is no longer the year of hope. This is the year of believing. Okay,
Yeah.
we've done a lot of hope from birth to this point. Now we just in the mode of believing. So I believe that this is it for you, and some big things are gonna come, and you're gonna go out there and you're gonna show the world how great you are.
Oh, bro, that's already written. That's already been written. Now it's just like I said, now it's just make sure when I'm there, like I said, all right, cool. This is nothing. This is another day for me. I've already been here before.
Mm-hmm. You're muted, Brian. You get excited and you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Oh, say Puma. My bad.
He gets so
All
excited.
I'll say is
Yeah,
this:
yeah, go kick his ass. What?
nothing,
Yeah.
nothing,
You, they,
nothing.
they knew what I meant. It was intended. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. So what's the next? I know that you mentioned that you are that your career, even though you have a lot of stuff going on, eventually it will come to an end. What are some things that you want to do in your career before you hang up your boots?
I want to wrestle in Japan. That's one. That's actually the biggest thing I've been working for. It's just kind of working for Japan. I got opportunity to actually try out to get there, and so everything else has kind of been, I don't say on the back burner, but that's been my number one focus. Like if me not going to a show meant that I can further my chances of going to Japan, hey man, I'm gonna owe you one down the line, but I gotta focus. I gotta focus on this. This year, honestly, man, to me, this year is where I'm getting to be very selfish, and I love it. I've been a very giving person my entire life. It's kind of all like my whole life has been in servitude of others. So this year in wrestling, man, I got to be really, really selfish, and it's really paying off because I have such good, I have such good rapport, and I've created such good faith with so many other people and some bigger names within the business of professional wrestling that when my name comes up, it's never an issue. People are like, yeah, sure, no problem. Like, of course, like he's a cool, that's the guy right there, you know. So like a lot of this training, a lot of stuff I've been doing has just been like focusing on getting to Japan. I've been doing a lot of writing. Been doing a lot of writing, man. A lot of writing for like different wrestling shows. Really kind of flexing my writing chops, man. I'm a theater kid by nature. I'm just a theater kid. I did like 2 years in high school. I did 2 years in college. Loved it. People's like, "How come you do any plays?" I'm like, "Brother, I got Central Arkansas like this weekend, dog. I gotta focus on this. I'll run these lines with a fellow for you, but I gotta focus on this 42 track veer. Like I gotta make sure I got that down. You know what I'm saying? That's keeping me in school right now. Um, but I wanna stay within wrestling. Writing. I love writing. I love creating stories, creating characters. Not even creating characters, but just creating these situations to kind of make or break people. You know, wrestling is real as you will let it be. So I'm going that's my thing. I like to communicate to the lowest common denominator, at least to get to a language where majority of the people speak, and I speak in that language because if I can do that, I can get everybody to come along with me, regardless of how how smart or how your IQ is, you can follow along. It's lowest common denominator, dog. This is it's wrestling. It's entertainment. It's supposed to be fun. So I want to find different ways to entertain the people, even if I can't physically go out there and do it. I can write my scripts and write my promos and write my show directions, all that good stuff, so that other guys can get it. It's been one of the funnest things ever. Is like teaching these guys this is how wrestling can be if you have somebody who's properly writing for you can but it's not, it doesn't always fall on you. And man, I write for a show AXW out in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, the old Hamburg Fieldhouse. That has some serious history wrestling wise. We packed that place out. We sold out two different shows, a series of shows in two different cities. Like we're doing something right.
Hmm. I've wrestled for them, so they are definitely amazing.
Homie, they've gotten better. It's become such a thing, such a promotion now. It's Kevin Kelly pops around now.
Yeah,
Really helping the boys out. Everybody's trying. That's the place to be within Central Pennsylvania.
nice.
Absolutely. You mentioned that you was a theater kid, man, and I can see that you got the gift of gab on you. Would you ever consider doing some acting?
Yes, yes.
Because I can see you being the evil boyfriend in a Tyler Perry movie and locking Jill Scott
Call
ass in
me,
the
dog.
basement.
Call me, dog. I'm an asshole for the right price. I can be an asshole for the right price. But everybody meets me. Oh man, that dude's a teddy bear. Like, yeah, that's the whole point, man. That's the whole point. Guys, this is an act. This is all an act.
Yeah, go ahead and call Tyler Perry up and say we got
Dog.
O.J. Evans.
I'll move
Yeah,
back to Georgia. I'll move back to Tyler. I'll live on the set right now. Just come on, sign the
yeah.
check.
You be
Well,
fighting Medea in the ring. I can see it.
I tell you
Oh,
what, I have a guy that I'm affiliated with that's worked for Tyler Perry. And we're going to do some stage plays. So we're going to talk. We're going to talk.
homie,
We're going to talk.
homie. I'm here for it. I'm
Soon as,
here for it.
soon as you get back from doing the big things, we're going to
Yeah, we'll do
transition.
that thing. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do that thing. Then we do that thing. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
Got it.
No, I'm here for it. Hell yeah.
All right. All right.
Absolutely.
So with you having the gift of gab there, brother, Brian, you think we should
Well, for some reason, everybody that comes on this show, Roosevelt always has some type of beef with the person, man. And he always wants to say some unsavory things about them. So we have this thing on the show called the promo battle or best damn promos. And we
Okay.
want to see if you got the juice to go head to head with Roosevelt, man. So we're going to do a promo battle. And I want you to say some scathing, unsavory, mean things to Roosevelt. Look, got his chest poked out. Oh, you don't want none of this, Roosevelt.
Homie, I just filmed one today, so I got some juice still left in the tank.
Oh man, got some juice and some animosity. I
I,
dig it.
I,
All right,
I
matter of
just
fact,
finished one.
you can go
yeah.
first.
No, Roosevelt, you go first. Let
Oh,
our guest
all right,
go
all right.
last. Yeah. You freshly rejuvenated coming off a stage, talking down to AJ Francis in Mojo Valley. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let O'Shea go last, man. So beautiful people, you know we do this each and every week. Prepare yourself. We are going to war. All right, Roosevelt, you got the stage first.
Who's afraid of the big bad kaiju? Everyone. Everyone except me. Listen to me, dog. The last time I felt fear is when I felt fear for everyone else. Because I realized that I would never know how strong I really am. I would never know what my limit is. You see, the more energy I'm used, the more I get. The stronger I am, the stronger I get. I'm like the Incredible Hulk of professional wrestling. You hit me, I get bigger. You make me angry, guess what? The secret is I'm always angry. I'm always ready. And I've been ready to step in the ring with you for a very, very long time. You see, because your name rings in a lot of ears. Your name causes earthquakes in a lot of hearts. And I want to test that. Not only do I want to test you, but I want to test me. I want to test every soul that's ever stepped in the ring with you. I want people to see how good you are so I can show them how great I am. O'Shea, I want you to understand one thing for me. Hit me, dog. Hit me as hard as you can. Hit me as much as you can. Till your arms go dead. Till your body gets weak. Until you can no longer breathe. Because then, only then, will you realize, like everyone else does, is that my name is Roosevelt. And I like to fight.
Ooh, sounds like Roosevelt brought the heat. Oh man.
How long was that?
O'Shea, what you got?
How long was that? I won't keep it time. I was listening. How long was it?
It don't matter. Take your time.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, how long was it?
About a minute and 10.
Part. All right, cool. I'm trying to maintain. Trying to maintain. All right. All right. Give me a second. Hold on. Yo, dog, you say my name like it's legend. Like I'm supposed to walk down from some mountaintop, man, and come and bless you, Roosevelt. Nah, man. Here's what you don't understand, man. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm made of flesh and I'm made of bone. And I bleed. I've bled with some of the best of them. But you know what, man? If that just makes me a man, that makes you a man too. Which means you made of flesh, you made of bone, and you bleed too. See, you can miss me with all this. I don't fit this and I don't fit that. Yo, that's great, dog. Happy for you. Good for you. That means shit to me. Do you know how much pounds of pressure it takes to snap a man's femur in half? I do. Do you know how much torque you have to put on a man's shoulder to rip it out of socket? I do. Do you know the force it takes to break someone's ribs just to press down with all your weight? I do. Hey man, this ain't a battle of wills. This ain't a battle of strength. This ain't a battle of fear. This is about breaking you. And homie, here's the thing, man. I'm gonna break something inside of you that no doctor's gonna be able to fix. I'm gonna take your will to fight from you. You can crawl, you can scratch all you want to, man, but it's gonna be real hard to do anything when your arms broke, when your legs snapped in half, when you bleeding in your pelvis because I snapped your hip. When you can't breathe because I bruised one lung and I cracked some ribs on the other side. You a man, homie. You a man. Don't forget that, boy. You a man. You could bleed like a man. You could die like a man too. I'm ready for that. Homie, we go outside right now. I got 2 holes 6 feet deep, ready to go. And one of them's for me. It's always gonna be for me because that's what I do, man. I wake up every day. This ain't no test, dog. A test? You ready to flunk? You ain't gonna pass it. You gonna be in that hole right next to me. We gonna be dead and buried. They ain't gonna say our names no more. Well, they'll say my name. Yours. What is it again? Ah, that's right. It's Roosevelt. See? I was forgetting already.
Woo! Oh, snap! Somebody
Hey,
call his mama.
hey, hey.
Woo!
I feel, yo,
That was
good shit,
fun.
bro.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
You still got, boy,
That's what we do.
you still alive?
Right here.
Boy,
Yo,
I
you,
felt
you
the
know
body
what?
shots.
You know what that was, man? That was me talking not so much to Roosevelt. Like the whole subject was about him, but as I was talking to him, I was addressing everybody who was going to watch it because this is me, this is us right now talking to the lowest common denominator. I'm
Mhm.
speaking the language, and anybody can speak, and like, yo, that dude's on to something right there. Like, holy shit. And then the way you can relate to someone, he goes, "Oh man, I'm a man. I bleed, whatever, and so do you." People get that. People a lot of times people do promos like, "Hey, I'm gonna be at so and so and so and so and so and so. We gonna fight and this." I'm like, yo, who the hell gonna watch that? You think I'm gonna give you $20?
Right.
No, I'm gonna give you $20. I tell people, yo, do your promos with a sense of urgency. And when I mean sense of urgency, it means that you are sitting there and someone has a remote control in their hand and they're hovering over the buy button. And the only thing that's going to stop them from not pressing it is your promo.
Mhm.
And I tell people all the time, like, do you think that promo was good? I'm like, I don't know, dog. Do you think you sold $20 off that promo? Not really. I'm like, then I guess it wasn't good.
Right.
I'm an asshole when it comes to wrestling at that because I'm not going to be here to like stroke. Oh, this was great. This was like no. The problem with wrestling is no one's going to say people suck to their face.
Mhm.
I will tell you, like, yo, man, that sucks, dog. You need to start over. I'm not saying, once again, whatever emotions you may have attached to that, you need to check them at the door, because this isn't it. I'm not
Mhm.
coming out here to break you down. I'm not coming out here to make you feel bad, but I'm going to be real with you. If you're wrestling, I'm assuming you want to be on TV, right? Yeah. Is what you did right now worth putting on TV? No. Then what the fuck are we talking for?
Mhm. Mhm.
Wrestling is a business, man. It's not hard.
Absolutely.
Damn it! If wrestling is a business, then you are Jeff Bezos, Donald Trump, and Mark Cuban all
Whoa,
rolled into
whoa,
one.
whoa,
Wait,
whoa.
wait a minute. Wait a
Whoa,
minute.
Business,
easy, easy. No, 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 no,
business.
no.
No, no, no.
No, no, no. Give
We,
me
we,
like a
we
Damon.
don't talk
Give me a
about the
Damon
wig.
John. Give me a Damon John. You know what I'm saying?
Damon John and
Damon
Master
John.
P. Damon
Yeah,
John and
that's
Master
it.
P rolled into one.
Yeah, yeah.
There we
Damon
go.
John, Master P. We can stop right there.
Ain't no wig in this situation.
Ain't nothing orange about this face at all, brother. Stop it. Stop it right there.
Absolutely, man.
Yo, I had so many go home lines to say on that one. But I was like, nah, this one feels better.
Hey, listen, I believe everything about you. I believe what you say. I believe you can whoop people ass. I believe you can heal them if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
brother,
You-
brother, that's wrestling.
yeah,
That's wrestling.
absolutely.
I need you to believe I could beat your ass. Even if you like,
Mhm.
he's a sweetheart. I know you wouldn't. I'm pretty sure if you pissed him off, I'm pretty sure he could.
I'm pretty sure he'll snap both of your legs. Yeah,
Hmm.
pretty much.
That's right.
Oh man. Well, look, man, you have been dropping jewels this entire podcast, man, and we appreciate you being on. We have this segment that we like to call Final Word. It's a way for you to give a little bit of motivation, a little bit of advice, a spiritual word if one comes to you, just something to give to the people to help them get through their week. So, O'Shea Edwards, do you have a final word or a word of advice for your beautiful subjects?
I sure do. Uh, embrace the suck. It's gonna suck. No matter what I'm talking about, it's gonna suck. It nothing stays good forever. Yeah, every sun has a sunset, every birth has a death. It's gonna suck. So you embrace it. You enjoy it for exactly what it is. This is the journey, and the journey is beautiful in regards to the destination because this is what you want to do. As long as this is what you want to do, as long as you are chasing your own dream because this is what you want, not because someone else told you what to do, embrace the suck because it's going to be the best part. You'll get there when you know it. You'll get there when you're supposed to get there. But until then, don't focus on how much it sucks. Focus on how awesome it is that you get to go through it. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing if you know what you're looking for. And that's it.
Absolutely. That is a great and beautiful final word from the king, O'Shea Edwards. Oh, man. Roosevelt, do you have a final word for the beautiful people?
Absolutely. My final word comes in the form of a question. And the question to the beautiful people is, what is your why? Why do you wake up in the morning? Why do you get out of bed? Why do you go to that job that you hate so much? Why is it that you're going to the gym? Why do you diet? Why do you eat the way you do? What is your why? Because the moment you figure out your why, you will figure out your where, you will figure out your when, and you will figure out your how, and you will make it happen. So my final word for the beautiful people is, what is your why? That is the final word for the best damn wrestling podcast.
Absolutely. That was a great word from the one and only Roosevelt. Fellas, I was listening to y'all, man, and I was getting all kind of inspired. And the word that I had for today has now changed. And I think that the word for today is that your voice is louder than you think. I'm saying that again. Your voice is louder than you think. Sometimes we feel like the things that we're going through define us, right? And sometimes the voice that we have and we want to speak up about certain things, we feel like we can't because we're powerless. And that we can't get things done. Nobody wants to listen to you. Nobody wants to hear you. But the only thing that you need to do is open your mouth and speak. And then magical things start to happen where people start to listen to you. You might have influence on something, or you might start to develop your voice. The reason why I started, wanted to get into podcasting, and me and Roosevelt and LP and Chef, we started the Best Damn Wrestling podcast, is because I wanted to find my voice and my voice in speaking, and I wanted to see how that transcends. And even though we're a wrestling podcast, we talk about faith, we talk about motivation, we talk about health and fitness, and we talk about mental health as well. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that go behind some of these characters that we see on TV and some of these wrestlers portray. But you have to realize that you have a voice, and that when you are around like-minded people, that voice can get louder. You know what I'm saying? So it may be something that's simple as in you writing, or you singing, or you speaking to someone and you speaking life into someone. But find your voice, because your voice is louder than you think. That is the final word from your boy, Brian Renegade. Fellas, was that okay? Was that a good?
That's
It won't
perfect.
it won't get great as y'all's, but you know what
Oh,
I'm
it's perfect. Exactly what it needs to be.
saying. Absolutely, man. O'Shea, what you got going on, my brother, and where can the people find you?
Find me Instagram, because I refuse to put over Twitter anymore because gross. Instagram, Big Bad Kaiju, period after every single word. Come be a part of a growing community of just me being an absolute idiot and my in the world of wrestling and all that good stuff. You can find me on whatamaneuver.net. You can find me on for you where .com. Just go on the search bar, put O'Shea Edwards over there. Yeah, man, like support indie wrestling. The next major wrestling star is going to come out of here, man. I love WrestleMania weekend because I love seeing all the people that I got a chance to like be a small footnote in their story, like do big things. It's super cool to see. I'm like, I know that guy. I get to be a fan again. So yeah, support indie wrestling, folks. You'd be surprised at who you see.
Absolutely. And real quick, where did the big bad kaiju come from?
All right, man. I guess we're gonna be a nerd today, so here we go. Why not? So I used to e-wrestle when I was like AOL in Yahoo days, all that good stuff, right? And I had a character, and his name was Justin Brooks, and I always called him the Big Bad Brooks, which is still a dope name. I still want to use it. It's still a dope name for somebody. Um, and then when I came with O'Shea Edwards, I started as a Silver Tongue Devil because they kept giving me a microphone, and I was just doing crowd work on everybody. It's just whatever, but it just didn't fit. It's because when the bell rang, man, I wasn't talking. I was about that work. Um, and then I just kind of put two and together. I was like, yo, hold on, Big Bad Kaiju. Yep, send it. That's we're gonna roll with that now. And it's been a thing, man. I really enjoyed the ride that thing has really taken me on.
That's all.
Absolutely. Love the name, man, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I thought it
Appreciate you.
was a dope name. I had to ask what the origins was, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought you did something mystical, like climbed a mountain and met with a witch doctor, and then when he gave you the beads, he gave you the name too.
Brother, if you knew the life I lived outside of wrestling, I've earned those beats.
Oh yeah, man. You know how to withstand the heat, man, as a wrestler and a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? It get hot in there, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
But you
I did that. I spent 18 months in Saudi Arabia fighting fires in the Middle East. Trust me, brother. Trust me, I earned these beats.
man, you a real life hero in real life.
Mm-mm. Nah, man, heroes are dead, dog. I'm just a guy doing a job.
Oh man, absolutely. Well, look, man, it's been an absolute pleasure and honor to have you on the show, man. You are now a member of the Best Damn crew, and you can come on anytime that you have something to promote, or if you want to just talk shit with the boys, man. You're
I
more than
like that.
welcome, my brother. Yeah, I ain't got no
I
beef
like that,
with
man.
you, but
I
you know
appreciate
what
it,
I'm
man. Thank you
saying.
boys so much, man. This is a great time. I really had a lot of fun. No.
Absolutely. Look, I gotta have you help us in the show. Okay.
Hey,
Ain't
man.
nobody around. Your mom and your daddy ain't around to hear you cuss, is it? No.
Nah. My kids heard worse.
I got you. All right. So I just want you to say the word damn. Okay. So I'm going to say we will see you next week on the next best damn. I want you to give me your best Ron Simmons damn. I want you to give me one of those O'Shea Elwood dams, one of them big bad kaiju dams that scares the soul. You know what I'm saying? I want one of them. You know what I'm saying?
I
You
got you.
got me?
I got you.
All
Just cue
right,
me
my
up.
man. Let's do it. Beautiful people, best damn nation. We will see you next week on the next best
Damn.
shit wrestling podcast. I got to put my insides back in my body. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, Big Bad Kaiju, O'Shea Edwards, man, you are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. Thank you
Thank you,
so
brother.
much for being on here and taking up for New York pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's got to.
Somebody had to do it. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because Detroit and Chicago whooping y'all ass right now. That's all
They
I'm
can
saying.
have it. They can have their soup.
Oh man. Beautiful people. We can't hold you no longer. Check us out on all our platforms, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, you can check out the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Shout out to everyone who listened to us overseas in Germany, Australia, Japan, everywhere. I mean, they loving you, boys. So we appreciate y'all listening to us and watching our content. You know, I got to shout out all the countries that come up on my analytics. I get excited. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all y'all. Shout out to the firefighters, man. That's risking their lives and putting it out there to help save people. Shout out to the truckers that go up and down the highways and provide us. Y'all the lifeblood of the country, so we appreciate y'all showing us love like he does. All right, we got to go. Beautiful people, we bid you adieu.